Hello, welcome back to Basic of Mechatronics class. In this segment, I would like to introduce you data acquisition system, which is essential in mechatronic system. The hardware we are going to use today is NI6009, and the software we use for the programming purpose is MATLAB. Firstly, I would like to tell you about the general architecture of the mechatronic system. Mainly, it consists of a process or mechanical system we want to control. For instance, we use a position sensor to control the position of the robotic arm, for instance. This sensor convert the actual position of the robotic arm into electrical signal like voltage or current. And here we need what we call signal conditioning element, such as amplifier, filter, or voltage, current to voltage converter. The controller, here, which is our focus today, we can choose any of options, like National Instrument, as we use today. There is microcontroller like Arduino. There is industrial one like PLC. We can also use analog circuit, logic integrated circuit, or even relay, which is fully hardware. The controller can be programmed using a computer, as here the computer behaves as a programming device. Sometimes the computer is connected to the cloud, so everyone who has access through internet can program or monitor the entire system through the internet. The controller will make decision based on the signal, and the program injected by the programmer. The decision is typically in form of voltage or current. Most likely the controller produce certain voltage, and the voltage will be amplified using signal conditioning element. Thus, we can actuate a motor to do some correction of robotic arm position. Since our focus is the controller, here I'm highlighting the controller NI6009, that is connected to a computer via USB cable. The computer is programmed using MATLAB. The controller consists of 4 main functions, including analog inputs, digital inputs, analog outputs, and digital outputs. Our activities will be divided into 6 parts. Now we are at number 1, which is hardware detection. In the next segment, I would like to introduce you analog input. We are going to talk about how to measure voltage coming from sensor. The next one is analog output. Here we are talking about how to generate voltage in order to activate actuators like AC motor or DC motor. Number 4 is digital input. It's similar to activity number 2, but the voltage we measure is containing 2 levels only, high or low. High corresponds with voltage of 5 volts. Low is associated with 0 volt. Digital output is a type of output allowing us to turn on or off any equipment. So when we are generating high, the actuator will be active, and when we are generating low, the actuator will be turned off. The last one is counter. Here it is important in some industrial process. Sometimes we need to count the amount of product. For instance, every 6 products passing sensor, we have to close the box Thus we have to actuate some pneumatic, yeah, and then the counting will be repeated from 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 6 again. Yeah, once it reaches 6 or equivalent with 0, it counts again starting from 1, 2, 3, and 4 and so on. This is the hardware, yeah, the National Instrument 6009. Yeah. This is the ground. Yeah. There are several analog inputs starting from AI0. This is analog input 0, AI1, yeah, AI2, 3, up to 7. So we have 8 analog inputs, yeah, allowing us to measure 8 parameters using different 8 analog sensors, yeah. And then on the other hand, we have analog outputs, yeah, AO0 and AO1. On the other side of the hardware, there is digital port, yeah, port 0, line 0, port 0, line 1, and so on. We have so many, yeah. There are some voltage sources, yeah, like plus 2.5, plus 5, and ground as well. Before we start everything, it is important to detect the hardware using MATLAB. Yeah, so at the very beginning of your programming, yeah, we have to firstly clear all variable. Yeah, we have to close the entire figures we have opened before. Yeah, and sometimes we need to clear everything that has written already on the command window. Yeah, so in a simple way, what I'm doing here is actually making the MATLAB get ready for the data acquisition process. Duck vendors, yeah, this command aims to collect data, yeah, of the hardware being connected to our computer. Yeah, here once we execute this command, yeah, there will be an answer, yeah, like this. Data acquisition vendor is National Instrument. The ID is abbreviated as NI. This is the full name. This is the adapter version. Yeah, adapter means that the version of MATLAB we use. Yeah, driver version is 18.0.0 NI DAC MX. Yeah, so for your information, yeah, MATLAB cannot stand alone, yeah, to program the hardware. Yeah, it's still dependent on the driver, which is NI DAC MX, this version. Yeah, and this is the status of the hardware. Is operational. True means that the hardware is ready for data acquisition purpose. The next command we execute is duck.getDevices. Yeah. So what we are doing now is actually to get specification of the hardware. Yeah. Here, once we execute this, there is an answer. Yeah, NI National Instrument USB 6099. Yeah. The device ID is DEV5. Yeah. Maybe when you try this by yourself, yeah, it can be totally different. Yeah. I get DEV5 because the hardware I connect to my computer right now, yeah, is actually the 5th device. Yeah, previously I have connected different devices. Device 1, device 2, device 3, and device 4. Yeah, okay. And here are the specifications of the hardware. Yeah, the sampling rate of the system is 0.1 up to 48,000 scans per second. Yeah, it means the hardware we use today is able to collect this amount of data, 48,000 data within a second. It's so fast. That's why this hardware is able not only to control mechanical system but also for audio systems, since it span the entire audible frequency. And then we have AI0 up to AI7. The type of measurement is voltage. So the sensor we can connect directly to the hardware, to the analog input is voltage type. Some sensors produces milliampere or electrical current. So be careful, never connect any current measurement type sensor to this device. It is harmful for the device. Okay, then this one is analog output subsystem support. The analog output is able to generate voltage ranging between 0 up to 5. In the future, you will be able to drive a DC motor. For instance, 0 volt corresponds with 0 RPM. 5 volts corresponds with 1000 RPM, let's say. So if you want to have, let's say, 500 RPM, we have to generate exactly in the middle between 0 and 5, which is 2.5. Alright, we have two channels, which means that using this hardware, we can drive two different DC motors independently. Imagine that you have a robot driven by two electric motors. You can control both motor at the same time independently. Voltage, it does not produce any electrical current. And then the last one is digital subsystem support. It has 12 channels. Alright, the digital, unlike the analog one, the analog input and analog output are separated. But the digital one, is programmable. So we, for a single channel digital, we can choose input only, output only, or bidirectional. Input only means that the channel is dedicated for measuring purpose only. Output only is selected when the channel is dedicated for actuation purpose only. Bidirectional means that we can do both. So we can drive a pump, let's say, to turn it on or off only. There is no middle speed in between because this is digital, off or on only. But since it is bidirectional, we can also monitor the status of the pump, whether this one is currently under off condition or on condition. Okay, that's all my presentation for the first segment. See you again in the next segment. Thank you.